Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today is another episode of OGR, as today is game 2 as the Edmonton Oilers tied the series up at 1 as we won 6-3 against the Chicago Blackhawks. And my lord, did the Edmonton Oilers prove every fucking hater wrong. I was waiting, and I said this in the last episode, I think, is that I knew this team was going to bounce back. We take a heavy loss and we always bounce back. That's why most Oilers fans have heart attacks a lot, which is the reason why I think I'm going to have a heart attack at the age of 30, for Christ's sakes, because of this fucking team. It always just drives your heart rate up so much during every game, too, because especially in this game, where the Chicago Blackhawks were making a comeback, tie the game up at 3, I had such a heart attack during that time. I'm like, oh my god, the Chicago Blackhawks are going to make a comeback. They're going to win this game. They're going to go up 2-0 in the series, and everyone else is going to make fun of us again, and I'm just going to cry myself to sleep again, and I didn't want that. I didn't want the backlash. But man, was McDavid ever so pissed. He got his first career playoff hat trick, man. He was livid. People were saying that he had no personality, that he wasn't a leader, that he wasn't good enough for the Oilers. And man, did he ever prove everyone wrong. And he got the team going. Everyone got going on this Edmonton Oilers team last night. Tyler Ennis, Nuge got a goal. I think it was his very first playoff goal with the Edmonton Oilers, which is just absolute fantastic. But this game was the definition of an Oilers comeback. Now, yes, we did struggle here and there, which we're going to talk about. But let's get first talking about the backlash and the stuff like that the Oilers felt and got. And we deserved it. We deserved it. Every bit of hate that you guys gave us, we deserved it. People saying in the comment section below that the Chicago Blackhawks are the superior team, which really, they kind of are. They are a good team, but they're really not a superior team. I wouldn't say that. Now, I would say I am a superior team if you're the St. Louis Blues, because, I mean, you're first in the division and won a cup last year. But Chicago, you haven't won a cup in a couple years now, and you wouldn't even made it into the playoffs if it wasn't for this COVID-19 shit. So, you're lucky to be in this position. And same with the Oilers. I mean, we're very lucky to be in this position as well, because we weren't even a good team coming into this fucking regular season. We looked like we were going to be a shit team, but then we proved everyone wrong. Anyways, but there were so many people saying McDavid had no personality, blah, 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 and McDavid went out and showed that he has a personality, that he was angry at the fans, that he was angry at everyone that fucking hated on him during that game 1. And that's the thing. It's just like, everyone's reviewing over one game how the Edmonton Oilers played. If you look at the entire regular season and stuff like that, we actually did pretty damn well. And even when people were saying, I was fighting people about Mikko Koskinen being better than what Mike Smith is. And people were like, Mikko Koskinen's not going to change how the Edmonton Oilers play tonight. And I think he did. Mikko Koskinen brings that calm element to the game. And people were saying that Mike Smith wasn't shaky last game. He fucking was. Now, I'm not fully blaming Mike Smith for what happened last night, but Dave Tippett playing Mike Smith, who is worse than Mikko Koskinen, was a bad idea. Mikko Koskinen was a way better decision, and he showed. He only let in 3 goals. He made 23 saves last night. Now, he wasn't fantastic numbers, wasn't a great save percentage, but he made the saves when it needed to be, right? He made some really big saves. Now, there was a lot of fluke goals. Like the Kokachek goal, man, that was a rough one. And the Olimata one, that was another rough one as well. And it was just a lot of rough goals on Mikko Koskinen that shouldn't have happened. And especially the Kane goal. Darnell Nurse shouldn't have been playing defense, right? So the way that play goes, and Darnell Nurse should have been playing a lot smarter, all right? He shouldn't have went after the guy behind the net. He should have let Ethan Bear keep tracking him, or whoever was defending that guy behind the net. Keep on him. Well, Kane is trailing behind and wide open. Darnell Nurse should be behind, in front of that net, covering the front of the net, just in case Kane is deciding to come down so that Darnell Nurse can either block the shot or make sure that Kane doesn't get that puck. And that's the way that Darnell Nurse should have been doing it. Now, Darnell Nurse is not the greatest defenseman in the world. And I give him props here and there. Great offensive guy. I love him for his offensive capability, but he needs to play a lot better defensively, especially against Kane, Taves, and stuff like that. He needs to play a lot better. I did like when he was put up against with Larson during like the third period where Nurse and Larson was together. Because I do like that pair a lot better because it gives Nurse that freedom to go and do a lot of his offensive talents. right? Because Larson is that big, bulky defensive defenseman, and he's going to be able to shut it down while Darnell Nurse is going and doing his offensive thing. But anyways, so we start out the game, 19 seconds in, and Connor McDavid scores a goal. He was ready. Connor McDavid was ready to fucking light that lamppost up, and he was. He scored a goal 19 seconds in, and then 4 minutes in, he scored another one. McDavid was red hot to start the game. You could see it. He was speeding, he was dangling, he was doing every possible thing to get a goal. And then, of course, Kane got one to kind of bring the Chicago Blackhawks kind of back in the game, and we knew that was going to happen. We knew that the Chicago Blackhawks were going to be out there to play. We knew that. We knew that they were going to be out there to play. But the thing that was so different about the Edmonton Oilers play in the first period was the physicality. We fucking laid the body out, man. Archibald. McDavid was even hitting a bit, and he was playing defensive hockey. Man, McDavid was doing so much for the Edmonton Oilers last night. It was beautiful how well he was playing. But Tyler Hennis started off the second period. He gets the big goal from the point for the Edmonton Oilers. It was unassisted. It was actually a really lucky goal. He just shot on the net and got a big goal. And then this is where the heart attack sets in. Kokachek and Ollie fucking Mata get 2 goals in the second period, making the game a tie game. Almost going into the third period. But then with 3 minutes left, Connor McDavid on the power play gets his hat trick, and that is it. Hat-trick goal from Connor McDavid, and it's a big one. Big hattie from McDavid as he gives the Oilers the lead, and that was basically it for the rest of the game. Neil got his second of the playoffs, and then Alex Chasson also got one to end the game off. But the hitting was such a big thing. Archibald, you want to hear his fucking numbers? He had 7 fucking hits last night. 7 hits. This guy was after Kane. Really hard after Kane. All fucking night long. Was not letting Kane off his fucking scopes. Leon Draisaitl was out there getting a couple big hits. And not just that, the block shots were such a huge thing last night. You want to hear? 22 block shots of the Edmonton Oilers last night compared to 14. Hits, we had 27 compared to 10. Shots, we shot a lot more. 35 shots last night to 26, and we were winning every faceoff. We were good on 5-on-5. We killed off everybody that the Chicago Blackhawks that we took. We took 4 penalties in the second period. We had a consecutive, I think, about 6 minutes on the PK during during the second period, which was very scary. But not once did the Chicago Blackhawks ever score a goal in that power play. Archibald, Sheahan, Kara, Draisaitl, all those guys were playing so well defensively. Even Nuge. These guys were shutting things down, and I was so excited to see that. But not just that, they were sacrificing their bodies. Like Russell blocked 4 shots, Benning blocked 4, Bear 3, Nurse 2, Larson 3 and 5 hits. This team was a clobbering team. And that's the thing, we gotta play that physical hockey. We have a physical, speedy team that will go out there and knock around players like that Chicago has, like Kane, DeBrincat. And man, Russell laid the biggest fucking hit on DeBrincat that got me hyped. Like, it was in the neutral zone, Russell stepped up on DeBrincat, and DeBrincat went flying. I was so excited about that. Chris Russell, honestly, has been one of my favorite players throughout the playoffs, defensively wise. I've been really studying his game, and he's just been playing so well defensively. And people really don't talk about Russell very much, but Russell is just that low-key. He makes his contracts terrible. But Russell is such a low-key, great veteran defender for the Edmonton Oilers, especially when he plays really good. And right now, I think he's playing some of his best hockey, and I'm super impressed with how Chris Russell's playing. Especially the defensive core. I think Darnell Nurse needs to get a bit better, but that's besides the point. And also, Bear and Klefbom need to stop giving away the puck, man. They were rough last night giving away that puck. Bear, 3 giveaways, and also Klefbom, 3 giveaways. We need to clean that side of the play up. You guys need to stop giving away that puck and need to play a little bit better. But offensively, oh my God, every lineup was going. McDavid had a hattie. Nuge had 3 points. Oh, didn't Nuge did not score? I thought he did last night, but he had 3 assists. Ennis got a goal. Chasson got a point. That line with Neil, Jujar, and Chasson, oh my God. They are one of the best lines ever. They were out there hitting, they were playing physical, they were after them, they were forechecking, they were playing so well. I was impressed by them. And not just that, Athanasiou. Oh my God, this kid was a god. I loved Andreas Athanasiou. The way that this kid brings the energy, and I think he should get a little bit more power play time, and not just that, more ice time. He only got 9 minutes and 54 seconds, but this guy was all over the place when he was on the ice. He was buzzing all fucking night long, and I think Andreas Athanasiou needs to get a little bit more ice time, and I think even a little bit of a chance up on the first line. Now, Archibald was doing good. I mean, he was fucking all over the place. I think he deserves that spot up on the first line. But Andreas Athanasiou, he deserves some time up on McDavid's line, honestly. I think if you get those two going, they're going to buzz. And Andreas Athanasiou had multiple chances to score a goal. I even remember one where he had the fucking stick, hooked it to his shoulder, and he was still skating with it and almost set up a goal. This kid's a fucking genius. And I love Athanasiou. And also the one guy that we didn't talk about, Leon Draisaitl, didn't score one single goal all night long. Didn't have one single point. But he was buzzing near the end of the game, and I think he's going to really light it up in the next game. And I think the Oilers are going to keep this buzzing. And we need to. We need to keep this momentum, what we had in this game. And we need to carry it on to Game 3. And we need to keep that energy. We need to keep shutting guys like Patrick Kane down and their whole entire offense. Because if we let the Chicago Blackhawks breathe for one moment, they're going to capitalize on it. And they're going to get a big goal. And that's without a doubt. But the Edmonton Oilers played really, really good last night. And I'm hoping they play good on Wednesday, which I'll actually be able to watch the game live. It should be exciting. I think I'm actually going to set the game outside. I'm going to have a little fire. And going to watch the Edmonton Oilers game tomorrow night. Tomorrow. Yeah, it'll be tomorrow night. But right now, guys, I'm going to sign off here. Also, EA, fuck you. You guessed Chicago, so you guys lose. So it's 1-1 also for EA in this series. But right now, guys, I'm going to sign off here. Make sure to like and subscribe. And here are the highlights for the Edmonton Oilers versus Chicago Blackhawks Game 3. And I'll see you guys all later. Adios, amigos.
From the Windy City here in Chicago, Illinois, he's Ray Ferraro. I'm James Cebulski. Well, no pressure, but win or go home here, Ray.
Yeah, you got to get the job done. You're in a bad spot. You trail the series, and you've got to get one on the board.
Two teams hungry for 2 points, and we are ready to drop the puck. The power play comes up empty-handed, and we are still tied.
These are the power play.
And he scores!
When you get into this position, that puck's got to be off your stick in a hurry. You don't have much time to think about it.
At center takes the pass. Sends a pass over. Denied by the goaltender. He scores! It looked like he had made the save, but that's in the back of the net for a goal.
Ha! Better to be lucky than good. This thing bounces around and somehow evades the goaltender. I don't even really know how that ended up in the net.
Moves it quickly over to Benning. Moves behind the net. Moves the puck. Scores! And the deadlock is broken.
Well, what a crushing goal to give up. But the other guys worked hard for it. They pressed the play, and now they've got the lead. They're just trying to get out of this alive to keep the game tied. What a gift, a shorthanded goal, an outstanding effort. And now they've got the lead.
Need more than that to beat them. Final horn sounds, and we are all done with this one. How big is that one tonight?
Pretty much over if they don't win it. They have to respond down 2-0. They do a really nice job.
Great playoff action tonight for Ray Ferraro. My name is James Cebulski. We'll talk to you next time where the fun will continue.